Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all doing fantastic. And that you're all having a great day. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. It is a free and easy way to support the channel and help me out with my algorithm. Tell me what your favorite altcoin is and why everybody else should be buying it right now. And without any further ado, let's jump right into it. We are in a very weird position, and I don't know what's going to happen when the dust settles or if the dust will ever settle. Things are getting a little intense right now. For a multitude of reasons. It looks like, at the time of me making this video, that this obviously, might be the craziest bull run that we've ever had in the existence of humanity. A lot of the recent movements within the cryptocurrency market, at least to me, from my vantage point, appear to be some good old manipulation. If you haven't been paying attention, these like random drops in price and then these like really weird pumps back up again is something that we've seen over the course of multiple years. However, we have a lot of new people in the space who don't know about these things, have never seen them, don't know that they're possible. And I say it in this way. They think that something might be wrong with the market because of these flush outs, as many people call them, or like shaking the tree, watching all the leaves fall and all the apples falling from the branches. You have a good visualization, I assume, in some sort of way. What it means is that the big money within the space, now understand, these are banks, corporations, and companies, have desperately come to the realization that crypto is going to be here for a very long time. If you've seen any of the last, I want to say 20 or so videos, conversations about Michael Saylor, Dennis Porter, and these other kinds of people, they all say that they're in discussions currently with other countries or states or cities, what have you, for them to start some kind of a Bitcoin reserve because they're getting into crypto and this kind of accumulation is happening, all these other kinds of things. What I desperately hope, and I mean desperately, someone made fun of me before on Twitter this isn't a joke, for saying that I hope that everyone makes money and that everyone like prevails in this market. They were like, you don't really mean that. And if that was you, I don't need that negativity. Please leave the channel. Okay, I think he's gone. I heard the door close. I really want everyone to understand exactly what's happening, because I know that a large portion of people do not, or they consider certain things in this market. Not that it's not for them, but it's very easy to lose sight of things that actually make sense. So I've been on this kind of thing for a while now, where you may have noticed whenever we do have news, it tends to be like very particular news. And that's for one reason. It's because it's the thing that's actually in the news. A lot of other people, and they have been, and they will continue to, try and distract you from what's actually going on. Remember, if you were here years ago, for a number of years, a lot of the cryptocurrency news that I also made sure not to go over because I realized it was a scam was about Bitcoin Cash and how Bitcoin Cash was going to take over Bitcoin. How Bitcoin Cash, Satoshi's vision, was going to do it. There was a coin called Dark Coin. I think that became Dash at some point. It was all these different variations of all these things. Whenever a really big coin begins to take over, This is always when you hear other people announcing, well, we've made that coin's rival. We've made the opposite of that coin. We've made the coin that you really need to be looking at because that coin's going to, and it's always like the same garbage over and over and over and over and over. If you have happened to pay any attention at all, and I mean like actual attention, like looking at it with an open mind of any sort, to Ripple and XRP, first of all, golf clap to all of you out there, literal golf clap. Secondly, it lets me understand and know that your brain is working. I said years ago, and I said it even recently, I don't understand how people can get news about something and then blatantly ignore it, make fun of it, or assume that it's going to fail. I assume it has something to do with, I don't really know. I don't want to say be unhappy in life, but like something along those lines where you don't root for other people. You're not ever happy if anyone else makes it. And you see that you have the opportunity to also make as much money or be as successful as said people, but nothing in your mind tells you to do so. Instead, it continues pumping out vast quantities of negativity. Ripple has done extraordinarily well within the last couple of years. A lot of people only focused on the price of XRP as a metric for where this coin, where this project, where all these things were going. A lot of times people would either on Twitter or in the comment section, it sounded condescending, but I would, try and be nice. They would always say, so what's going on with XRP now? What's happening? Remember you were always shilling XRP, and I was like, no, if you have those feelings, please leave the channel. You have to understand what shilling actually is, and it's the other channels who tell you about poop coin and rat coin and hat on foot coin and all that's actual shilling. Understand that I already have money. I retired years ago. My current thing that I do in life, because you get bored when you retire, it's actually true, is to try and help everyone understand that there's a disgusting amount of money to make from this market. I promise you, if I wanted to shill stuff like the other YouTubers, by golly, I would have a very long time, and I still would be doing it right now, I promise you. Remember I told you all before, for those of you who don't know what it's like to actually be like a YouTuber, an influencer, all these other kinds of things, I get constant emails. Constantly. I have the email address for the channel, and a lot of times the inbox ends up being full because I have like one of the basic plans. I don't have like you can have 1 million emails. So a lot of times my inbox has over 10,000 emails in it, and I don't clear it out because when I scroll through it and I see what's going on, it's just companies contacting me from these new coins, from this new project, from this new thing, from other countries. People, they say explicitly in the emails, hey, TMI, we love what you're doing. We would love to partner with you. We would love to so and so and so. And we are willing to offer, like we're launching this coin. We're willing to offer you this much of this coin at market value right now. It's currently around $7,000. We would love if for the first 5 minutes of your video, you can talk about it and then we'll transfer you the coins. You know how many of these I get? At the beginning of every video, I have this person was a friend years ago. He also created a YouTube channel years ago. His channel was about a seventh, an eighth the size of mine. He wasn't getting a lot of views. He was getting the same exact emails, and he was like, I think I'm going to go for it. And I was like, I wouldn't, because they're scams. Yeah, but like, look at how much money they're offering me. He was getting, because he was promoting these actual things, he was getting between 1,500 to 2,000 per video, because he basically told them, cool, let's play ball. I'll do whatever you want. He was making absolute bank until all these things ended up being scams and completely fell apart, and then people stopped watching his channel. I could be making, really, let's do the math, 60, at least bare minimum an additional $30,000 to $50,000 every single month by promoting scams to all of you. Minimum. That's not a joke. When you see the other YouTubers, did you see that recent? I think it was a CoffeeZilla video. I don't remember. Somebody was talking about all these YouTubers who've been like promoting all these things and yada yada and how much they were paid by these companies. I get the same emails, but it does nothing to me to distract you or to push you into a corner and say, hey, that's the crappy thing you need to buy right now. Someone even posted recently, what did they say? They were asking me about plasma. For those of you who don't know, it wasn't plasma. Oh gosh, what was it? Years ago, Vitalik Buterin was working with these people trying to scale Ethereum for around 3 years. And all these coins were kind of working together. So it was in the news and I was talking about these coins. These coins aren't really mentioned anymore because Vitalik Buterin said he wanted to shift gears because he found out that these weren't the actual scaling solutions that he wanted for Ethereum. And somebody was like, what's up, bro? You were talking about these coins. It makes me really sad that I even have to say this once again. And this is once again, I wasn't planning on ranting right now, but hear my words as crystal clear as possible. Because I haven't had to say this for about a good year and some change. What I'm giving you is the news. What we are going over is stuff in the news. Understand that I could be shilling you as many coins and as many projects as I actually wanted, making tons of money and making myself richer, but it does absolutely nothing for me. Please understand that you are also adults, and where you put your money is your decision. I can tell you right now that they're building a base on the moon, and you should go throw as much money as you can into it. Do you have to listen to me? Or are you simply just engaging with me in some sort of way? I understand that it's usually very difficult in life to take, what's the word? The word's not control, but over your own actions. And that's very difficult for a lot of people, especially when it comes to finance, especially when it comes to crypto. That's why you've heard me say in a lot of other videos, I'm like, if crypto is too much for you, it's okay to step away. If you don't really want to be in this market and you're trying to make quick, fast money, and should we move into a bear market and it would disturb you in some sort of way, you shouldn't be here. Understand that you're an adult and you do what you do with your own money. I'm not working for you. I'm not sitting in the office for you. I'm not mowing lawns or whatever you might be doing in life. I don't take your money and I don't tell you where. I do not tell you where to put your money, and I never, ever, ever will. The only financial advice I've given is that if you decide to take profit from any of your investments, to buy a house. That's and I mean that 1,000%. Buy a home, buy an investment property, buy something that will give you passive income, either by you renting it out or by you Airbnb-ing it, so that you have something to look forward to, because most people plan on buying absolute garbage when they actually cash out of investments. I'm doing my best to help people in the only way that I know how, and it's through making content about cryptocurrencies. So, right. Still in the same exact, vein of conversation, if you will. So much of the news within the cryptocurrency space is so clear and just kind of abundant that I find it very odd that anyone still has a problem with Ripple and or XRP. I find it really cringy, actually. Somebody named Anders, Anders, a prominent figure in the crypto community, recently drew attention to an intriguing statement made during an interview on the Claman? The Claman? What is that? CLAMAN? Claman. Countdown on Fox Business. David Stryzewski, CEO of Sound Planning Group, said that apparently Bank of America is currently actively using Ripple's technology. One, if you've been following Ripple and XRP since around 2017, you probably already knew this. We had news years ago that a number of banks in the United States were working directly with Ripple. You can even find the old article from years ago when the Fed like the Federal Reserve, was also testing Ripple's technology. There were a number of banks who like announced that they were like working with Ripple and testing their technology, yada, yada. But a lot of that came down to non-disclosure agreements. So we, the public, never knew what happened after. What we did know is that the lawsuit happened against the company Ripple because of the SEC. And then Ripple started moving to other places around the world. That's how we know that Ripple has been working with a dozen central banks around the world who are all planning on launching their stable coins on top of the XRP blockchain, while they've been working with many different Asian countries and the other bank in Asia, SBI, and while they're so partnered with them. The head of the SBI Banking Consortium Foundation is also on the board of members of Ripple. That's why like it's so weird that like people would jump at any other meme coin or otherwise, knowing that there's a literal winner standing right in front of them. But you know, the confusion and arrogance persists and people go, well, I know a better coin. And it's like, you don't. I promise. Outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, you cannot tell me another coin that has as many partnerships. Like you actually can't. The Ethereum Foundation has like 300 plus companies. Google the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. Enterprise Ethereum Alliance. And look at how many partners that Ripple has. Look through my old videos of how many banks that they've partnered with. And then you can't say Solana because these Solana companies that they've partnered with is stuff that these Solana Foundation themselves created and then partnered with. It's like opening a box and being like, that's the box that I made. No, that's your box that you created that you're telling everyone that is now your partner in some sort of activity. You can't. You cannot. I've been in this space longer than many people. You cannot tell me anything else besides that. And that's just all the stuff that we actually know about. Since the lawsuit was dropped or ended or whatever the fudge happened between Ripple and the SEC and they paid that gigantic fine, the CEO of Ripple went onto TV and said basically since that lawsuit ended, banks in the United States ran to them and said, we need to do business with you right now. He said that they have a lot of contracts and they're working with all of these people, but of course, because of NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, they can't disclose them. So this one's actually really interesting because we had news years ago about Bank of America and Ripple. But the problem is that when you hear, or rather, I'll put it to you this way. A lot of people tend to assume that if it's not happening in the US, that it's not happening at all. But over multiple years of all these partnerships with Ripple and like 30 other companies and corporations and banks, people are just now beginning to pay attention to everything. And it's like, remember how we got news? This was a couple of weeks ago. There was an article talking about the centralization of XRP wallets. For those of you who weren't here, they were discussing how around, I think, 35%, I think that's the number. 35% is currently held by Ripple, the company. They had 60% before, around 2016. They created the escrow. But every couple of months, we get news that they're selling some of their escrow position. In general, they're selling it. And the people were like, who are they selling it to? And then Brad Garlinghouse and the other COO, the other guy, David Schwartz, was like, oh, we're selling it to banks. Because banks are trying to accumulate as much XRP as possible. And then the article looked at the other wallet addresses and they saw like billions and billions and billions of XRP in these other wallets. And I was like, those are the bank wallets who they're actually working with. While everyone else was too busy being sad and folding their arms and going, Ripple do nothing. I'm so sad at Ripple. The banks were accumulating. The rich people were accumulating. That's how it always works. It's always this kind of situation where we get real news and then people don't pay attention to it. And then something happens and they go, what? I didn't know that was taking place. And then I showed you the other article just for good measure of the centralization of Bitcoin wallets. And for those of you who don't know, more than 93 to 95%, that is a 95% of Bitcoin is held in a couple thousand wallets. As you know, we are 8 billion people. And you go, how is that possible? Why would that happen? Centralization? Well, it happens because people won't stop complaining. People no longer pay attention to actual real news that's going on. We hear for several years whale accumulation news, and you go, well, the price is still down. Remember when we heard, this was about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a heavy Cardano accumulation news. Like whales were buying like millions of Cardano all the time, and people were like, well, the price is only 8 cents. And it's like, well, if you continue to not pay attention, you'll continue to be in the exact same position that you currently are financially in 5 years. The only person to blame is then yourself. You keep folding your arms, you keep acting arrogant, you keep thinking that, it doesn't pertain to you, and you rush into this market when prices go up. You don't pay attention during bear markets. We get news every 40 hours about Ripple and XRP. And it's never anything bad. It's about a new partnership. It's about a new payment corridor that they're opening between some remittance company. It's about a new thing that they're working with. It's about a new this. It's over and over. Remember all the news that we got years ago about Ripple working in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates? They've had 5 to 6 years to talk to the people who run these countries, become friends with them, and let them know that this is the future. What do you think this company has been doing? Why do you think there's such hype around them going public? Are you embarrassed now because you made sure that you didn't pay attention to them this entire time? Where's your goat coin? Where's your toenail coin? Like, where's all these other things that you keep telling people? You understand you're never going to use those coins in real life, or all the meme coins are just literal memes. You know that Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP exist. You've heard this news every single day, and you've made sure not to pay attention. It's different. He said that Bank of America is actively currently using Ripple's technology. A number of years ago, Ripple had to announce, because people are just so intent on being negative, that these companies weren't using XRP. If you've been here for a while, you definitely remember it. So Ripple did something that we all knew was going to happen if you had been paying attention to Ripple since around 2016. They had something called XRapid and X something and some other whatever project they were using, and they smashed all of them together. And this is why we basically just kind of call it the XRP ledger. It's like multiple things smashed into one. So anytime, let me clarify, any time that you hear any company, country, organization, or bank is using Ripple's technology, they're using the XRP ledger because everything has been smashed together. So the usage of Ripple's technology entails that XRP's ledger is being used. They might have created another coin on top of it, but that's fine. Because if you have banks and institutions putting stuff on top of it, it's similar to Ethereum's coins on top of it. It makes the chain more valuable. It makes it last longer and have a lot more value, not only to the public, but to these corporations. It also shows a huge level of trust. On top of that, for those of you who also have been folding your arms, every transaction on the XRP blockchain burns a small amount of XRP. This is the idea behind it. You can even see there's an active website. You can see the amount of coin burn that happens. And one of the things that people in the XRP space have been quite happy about is that more usage of the chain means more burn of the coin. If we keep getting all these news about these companies and organizations and the stable coin launching, if the stable coin, when the stable coin ends up on every other cryptocurrency exchange, when people start dealing in it normally, or they use it as their preferred stable coin because it has lower fees, every transaction burns XRP. What happens when we start hearing on a daily basis there are 1.5 million transactions just happening with the stable coin? That's not the other transactions from the banks and institutions who are also building stuff on top of it, or anyone else who's actively using XRP. See, it begins to make a lot more sense when you hear those $24 price predictions because of everything that's been going on with this company over the course of the last couple of years. See how it's all fitting together? Anders wrote, did he say Bank of America has 83 different patents to interact with the XRP ledger? He did. I watched the video. This guy was on Fox Business. And he said, yeah, so currently we know right now that Bank of America is working with Ripple. And they actually have 83 different patents that they're currently using to interact with the XRP ledger. If you get a chance, if you have Twitter, find this person. It's at the letter X_Anderson. You'll definitely be able to find it and then watch the little video as well. The guy says it like explicitly, we know Bank of America is working with Ripple. So, as we continue to march forward into absolute monetary insanity, till we get to the point where XRP finally goes over $10 and everyone keeps pouting because XRP's garbage, no one's using. You are not using XRP. Big money is buying up XRP. I'm not trying to convince you. It's just really more of a sense of logic. But it's also like there are people in crypto who also own no Bitcoin. And I can't really understand the logic behind that either. We've kind of established, or it's been established for us, which coins are going to make it in the future. I dare say the words, the CEO of Bank of America, JP Morgan Chase, and Fidelity can all stand up right now and make a YouTube video and go on Fox Business, go anywhere and say, we are actively buying a lot of XRP. We are using XRP. And you would still have people go, I think that's AI. No, that can't be real. Someone's lying. They're trying to pump their bags. And it's like, keep thinking that way. Keep thinking that all these, what do you think is about to happen? You have no idea how big this actually all is. We have countries and central banks going all in on crypto and specific coins at that. And you sit there and go, nah, I don't like Ripple because I heard propaganda back in 2017 that I shouldn't like it. So I'm going to go buy more toenails. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I sincerely hope that actually ends up working out for you. Don't forget as well, we should, as far as we know, be hearing in the next couple of weeks, which coins within the United States are going to be tax-free. For those of you who missed that video as well, Eric Trump has apparently said around 6 times in a row on TV and at different cryptocurrency conventions that coins made within the United States are going to be tax-free. Can you guess which coin was also made in the United States? Yeah, it's XRP. So it also makes a lot more sense as to why companies and institutions have ramped up their buying of this coin. Because when it goes to $24 a coin, if they decide to take profits, guess what? It's tax-free. Only big money seems to really be paying attention. And I mean, that's across the board. I know. Stop. I know some of you are. Some of you are. But the vast majority, people are just walking into walls over here. I don't get it. So I've instructed my friends and other people who I am close with to pay attention to the news, and they're accumulating because they understand once, and I'll say this and then we're done. If we're getting price predictions of a $1.2 million Bitcoin and $8 million Bitcoin, those are extreme movements up. What do you think happens to XRP's price when Bitcoin goes to $3, $4, $5 million? We're probably going to see over $100 plus XRP at some point. So congratulations to everyone who's been paying attention. The next 3 months are going to be absolutely insane, especially as we're getting rumors of multiple XRP ETFs launching very soon. I do hope you've all enjoyed. This is crazy. Wow. I hope you all are having a great day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are, wherever the living heck you might be. I do hope it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, liking, commenting, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.